Hi, my name is Al Green. Not that one, but the struggling guy who was in the music industry for years trying to sell talent and songs to agents. The agents befriended me and taught me techniques that I want to pass on to you through my program, which is called You Can Talk, You Can Sell. Anyone who has ever taken this program has excelled in selling and either risen to the top of their company, their team, or the top of their field. It's called You Can Talk, You Can Sell, and you can get it right here. Show the prospect that you care about their problems, and you will see that they learn to take an interest in you. There's an old saying that the people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. When you put a prospect in the position of buying your product and you believe in that product and that it's going to solve their problem, you're going to excel in convincing them to listen to you. Now, when you do the talking, you don't do all the talking and dominate the conversation. What you do is you listen to them and you identify their needs, and then you agree with them and offer solutions to help them out. This goes beyond features and benefits. When you take the initiative to introduce this dynamic into the conversation, you instill the customer with confidence. A lot of customers will kind of lead you on thinking that they're giving you the answers that you want to hear. And that's how they often can weasel out of the sale, I guess is the best way to put it. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that you learn how to identify their real need and to hone in on it through finding common ground and having the conversation. We've talked about that, having the conversation. In the last lesson, we learned that people don't like to be sold, but they sure like to buy. And if you solve a problem for a company or an individual, you are presenting with them a solution that's long-lasting and will extend beyond the sales time that you spent with them. If you have a repeatable product line where there's upgrades involved and there's further usage of the product or add-on products, and you can continue with that customer, you're developing a consultative relationship, and you are basically creating a long-term customer, because what you're doing is you're taking the customer and you're moving them from just meeting you into making you a little bit more special, especially if you give them little secrets about the product that you know that your competitor might not know. But watch that timing very, very carefully. Otherwise, you're setting up the sale for your competitor to swoop in. And I've seen it happen. You do all this work, you've described the features and the benefits, but you don't close the customer right away. And you walk out, and within a day, your competitor swoops in, and basically you've done all the selling, and all your salesman has to do, who's your competitor, is basically ask for the order. And believe me, they know how to do that. So you have to know when to introduce it. What is the correct timing to ask for the order once you've had the conversation? Very slowly, by asking a couple of questions that give you an idea that you're guiding them into buying. How does that sound, Mr. Customer? If you were to have this today, how would it change what it is you're doing? If you're selling to a company, how would it change the department that's going to be utilizing this piece of technology? How would it be for you if you were covered by your insurance plan today to know that if anything should happen, all the answers in the future are taken care of? If it's life insurance, all the answers for your family. If you're selling something for the home, if we were to make sure that we get this a day sooner than expected, how would that make a difference? Would it make a difference when you come home and you enjoy your new living room, or you have company over? Or how about getting that new roof done because after all, it could rain at any time. And if you've ever experienced a leaky roof, it is not a pleasant thing to do. There's lots of different ways you can do this. And of course, the methods are endless of the things that you can say. So what do? We practice in the workshop all of the different scenarios, not by role-playing, but by going over every scenario that we can think of so that everybody has a chance to use their particular product or field of selling and play it out to see what kind of reactions they get. The kind of knowledge that you need so that when you go back to work and you're actually in the workforce, actually pounding the pavement, and you're seeing the customers, you're seeing the companies, you're seeing the entrepreneurs. What is it that you're presenting to them that's different than your competitor? You're engaging them a little bit more. You're finding more common ground with them. You're offering more solutions. You're uncovering more problems. This is all done by conversation. By having a conversation with the customer, you can uncover an encyclopedia worth of issues to talk about. Plus, you keep them in the energy, in the zone of where you're taking them by talking about the product or service that you're selling. And when people are in the zone, they don't want to leave the zone. They like the idea that they're buying. And they like the idea that you're the person and that maybe you're the next guy that they want to go to for whatever. And then if you do a little bit of the extra work to make yourself available to answer their questions whenever they call. A great technique is let them call you in the evening. After all, work doesn't have to stop at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. If you were sitting at home having dinner and you had a relative, an important relative call you at dinner, would you ignore the phone call and say, I'm eating dinner, or would you pick up to talk to them, knowing that it might be something important in the family? Well, when it comes to selling, if you tell your customers to call and they call you at dinner time and you pick up that phone, these people are contributing to your family because they're buying from you. So you offer to pick up the phone nights, weekends, holidays as well. And a lot of times they'll call and say, you know what, I really hate to bother you in the evening. And it's a good thing to always say, you know what, it's no big deal. I talk to customers all the time in the evening. You put on a happy face and you smile while you're talking, and you let them know that you are there for them. This helps bring them across the line. It helps them make their decision when they know that they can always call you. Because a lot of companies will say, listen, if you have any problems, call this 800 number. Call an 888 number and a technician will take care of you. No. They want to have the hands-on guy that brought them the service or the product to begin with. They want to talk to you. So you make yourselves available. You make sure that you care. And when you show them that you care and they know how much you care, they're going to want to listen to you and hear about what you know. Another great thing you want to do is insert any kind of piece at all of information about the product that the public wouldn't even know about. There was a time when selling internet services, companies were charging for the equipment. The reps were telling the customers, you know, if you buy your equipment, you will spend less money in a year than if you rent that equipment from the company for an entire year. You're going to save yourself a significant amount of money. Well, people would say, well, we don't know what to buy. Let me tell you what to buy. Because I guarantee you, and this is the line that was used, the company will not tell you what to buy. But we know because we work with them out in the field all the time. And then they would lay down the exact model, where to get it for the best price, and they would even offer to come over and put it in for them. I'll even set it up for you so that if you run into any issues, you're not stuck. You can always give me a call and I can come over and configure it for you. A nice little add-on to make the difference, to have the customer say, you know what, that sounds like a great idea. I think I'll go with you, because the competition is there right at your heels and they're selling the same thing and they're charging about the same amount of money, but you've got two things going for you. Number one, you're showing them how to save money, which will bring the price below the competition. and you're showing them how to save money on a product that you can actually increase the performance of their need, because the product that you're representing actually is a higher quality product than the company provides. And they're never going to know that unless they talk to an expert. And a person who is representing the company is not lying. They're giving them a little tidbit of inside information, just a little bit, so that the person feels like they got a little bit more from you, which is better than they got anywhere else. And sure enough, they know that you care, and there they are, ready to buy from you, and so they do. Just remember, you're covering their needs. You're helping them realize why they need to have the product and how it's going to benefit them. And when you have complete knowledge of your own product, the confidence is automatically instilled. You lead with confidence because you know your product. Any question they throw you is not going to be a curve, because you know the answer already, because you know everything you can. You've learned everything you can about your own product. So why not move into it with showing the customers that you care and watch them buy from you more and more, and you get better at it, and your sales more and more will soar and soar. Good luck with that.